Sorry. Hello. Sorry, I had some issues. Hold on. We're actually still getting a couple of things set up, so I'm gonna hide my camera for just a minute. But hello. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the stream. My name is Andromeda, and you are here with me for another crafting session. Happy Wednesday for sure. And hello to Silverfire. Hi! How are you doing? Tomorrow's the first day of spring. Oh my gosh, it is, isn't it? I'll explain why I feel like I'm dying most of the time. I'm still surviving the allergies. My body is not used to it yet. Winning at work, kind of. Not losing at work, which is nice. Because there's definitely some people at work that were losing this week, so I survived that. So yeah, not too bad. Did I finish bedazzling the shirt? It's actually a jacket. I got quite a good way on it. We're actually going to do the back today because there's certain gemstones that I don't want to run out of for specific parts, so I want to do that first. And I think I'm actually going to do the sleeves. I was playing with that a little bit. So that's going to do that. But first, we have to do a couple things with my sister's shirt. I got it cropped today. Or not today, yesterday. I got it cropped, measured. I had her... she wanted a shorter shirt, so I had her measure one of her own shirts at home to make sure that it wasn't going to be too short or too long. And I don't actually own a sewing machine, so I ended up getting iron-on hemming tape. And I, measured the seam allowance and did the whole 9 yards with that and got that ironed, and it's ready to go. So we actually have to paint the first layer of stuff. Oops. Sorry, and my hands are I think I'm dehydrated. Sorry, I broke a nail, so I'm trying to fix it as well as getting the stream set up. Motherfucker. Okay, I really hope this doesn't end up gluing my fingers together. Okay. I have a list of games I request you buy with your approval. Of course. And you need to let me know which one you want me to do on Saturday. That way I can update the schedule. Because right now it just says games and demos. But yeah, of course. I can get that written down as soon as I get my finger back. I'm trying to fix this finger. I'm so sorry. I really wanted my nails done this time, and I did have time until I broke one. Yay me. But I've got, a pretty strict schedule down to make sure I get, my sister's shirt done by the time I go to the concert next week. And really I have to kind of do everything in layers. So as long as I get the schedule down without further incident, we'll be good. Okay. I suggest you order tonight because Steam sale ends the 20th. Not sure if that means on the 20th or after the 20th. Yep, that makes sense. I could totally do that tonight. Hell, I could do that on stream. Obviously I won't have it up on the screen, but we can do it together if we want. Alright, as long as this glue holds, we'll be set. And then I can finish mapping this out. I gotta tape off parts of this shirt and paint it, and then we'll get moving. First game. Dorfromantic. A chill puzzle, cozy, artsy game. I love. Okay. It's right up my alley. All right. Okay, hopefully. All right, let's get the camera back up. Hold on. Ta-da. Okay. Nails are done. Alright. Let's pull up Steam real fast. I can at the very least get them pulled up and favorited, so we'll get that running. And we'll keep moving while we're doing stuff. Okay. Let's see here. Ooh, very nice. There's a couple different. Assuming I just want this one. Oh, the others just come with extra stuff like the soundtrack. Okay. I'm gonna throw it on my wish list, so I'll hold on to it. Okay. The typing of the dead overkill. Okay. Oh. I hit something. Oh, I gotta put my birth date in here. That's funny. Not approved for all ages. That one looks so fun. Third game is this side. Okay, so for everyone who's listening, I'll read these out. Okay. First game is Dorf Romantic, which is a chill puzzle, cozy, artsy game, aesthetically pleasing. I'm very excited. Second game, The Typing of the Dead Overkill, a typing game where you can show off your typing speed. It's a stupid comedy from the 2000s, but it'll be a good one for stream content. That sounds like so much fun. Third game is, I'm assuming Me Side, which is a visual novel anime game. Cutesy, but also has a dark side to it. Buy this on sale, but I'll ask you to play it when the dub comes out. Okay. I can definitely do that. Sounds good. So if I buy it now, I'll be able to do, the dub will just be included in it no matter what, right? Or is that an extra thing? Social. Okay. Fourth game, Parasocial. Played this game on Saturday. Okay. It's a 2 to 3 hour visual novel. It's a psychological horror. It's a really good game to play on stream. Yay! Okay. I assume the dub will be free. They've dubbed it for other languages and it was free. Okay. That sounds good. Okay. I got them all on my list. Cool beans. Okay. Okay, I'll go ahead and end up putting these on my list then. And I'll get them bought tonight. You can check out the trailers for all of them. I was kind of skimming them when I was looking them up. And they all look absolutely fantastic. Alright, let's see here. Add to cart, add to cart, add to cart, add to cart. Beautiful. And they're all stream safe, nothing vulgar. Perfect. Perfect. You thought of everything. That's so exciting. I bought Perisocial for numerous streamers and they've all super enjoyed it. It looks gorgeous from what I can see from these trailers. I am very excited for Saturday. I'm excited for all of these, actually. Especially the typing game. Very cool. I'm so excited. Well, that'll be lots of fun. Should I keep my inhibitions on Saturday, or should I drink? Or should I just be responsible? Drink lightly. Okay. I can do that. I am actually capable of doing that. I don't know if... I don't want to end up cutting through this shirt accidentally. I think we're just gonna have to deal with it. I press on him. Yes, 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 yes. Sorry. I got distracted. I'm too excited by these games now. Yeah. So it's an iron on him, which is kind of cool. Oh, it's a little out of frame. Hold on. I'm mapping out where some of the stuff's gonna go. Hold on. I'm a mess today. We've got lots of stuff that's happening on stream. Alright. Oopsie daisy. Okay. So yeah, I measured it and I cut it, and then the hem is actually just like an iron-on. I measured it and kind of used paper clips to hold it together. And yeah, it took, 15 seconds to get it hemmed correctly. So now it won't fray. And my sister has a crop top. So it worked out really well. Oh, thank you. Thank you. That's because I hit the wrong button. When I was typing stuff in. But yeah, so what we'll do is, I'm using masking tape to outline the metal part. Here. Yeah. So, I'm using masking tape to kind of get the center part out, and then I'll put a line where the checkerboard's going to end. And then tonight we're going to do the blue and pink and let it dry. Who needs a sewing machine? Sewing machines are overrated. I'm sorry. I did not take sewing class home ec in high school. They had sewing and they had cooking separate, and I chose cooking, even though I kind of already knew how to cook. And I don't regret it. But no, I have a plan. So we'll get the blue and the pink down for the checkerboard pattern, and then we'll probably have to do the back tonight too. And then tomorrow I'll actually use the tape again and make the checkerboard, and I'll do the black and let that dry. And then I'll do splatter on Friday. And if I have time on Saturday, I'll kind of map out and sketch the person figure and the world. But Sunday, when I stream, I'll do everything with markers. So this shirt will be completely done except for the gemstones by the end of Sunday night. Yeah, I'll have to work on Saturday. And I've got prior obligations that'll take up most of my day on Sunday. But yeah, so then I'll have 2 days to do gemstones, which should just be the Hope World and then whatever else. And the shirt will be done. And I can work on my jacket in between. So if everything's mapped out correctly and my streams go well, then it should turn out really well. Oh, I need something in between this. What I ate tonight. I did not have spaghetti. I had a leftover burrito bowl from a chain called Barbaritos, which is basically like Chipotle, only better. And ironically, I took what was in the burrito bowl and actually rolled it up in a tortilla and ate it like a burrito. So that's what I had for dinner. Okay. Now let's see if we can get this straight. Oh, I won't let her down. I won't let her down. As soon as I have more to show, I'll start taking pictures and send them to her. Where's my drawing? Sorry, I got it up on my computer screen. Alright, we're gonna put it like... I don't have a lot of space on my... I hit the button. Sorry, that was my fault. I don't have a lot of space here. I thought I wouldn't have any issues doing this on stream, but the giant paint stuff might have to be a solo thing. I need something I can put in between. We're just gonna use a plastic sack. Sorry, anyone who's coming in has no idea what I'm doing. Hold on, let me get my stream a little bit better associated here. We are a hot mess tonight, folks. Steak burrito. Steak. Alright, so for everyone who needs to understand what I'm doing, that's what I'm doing. Alright, so we're gonna move this up. And I gotta Alright, paint. Everything's all brand new. So we'll get the front of the shirt done, and then I'll gently move it off screen here, and then I'll get my jacket back, and we'll do bedazzling and chat a little bit. And it should be lots of fun. Alright, motherfucker, of course they do. Sorry, everything's new, and I put these nails on first. I did not think this through. Yeah, me too. I think they will be fine. It's allowing them the time to dry that feels like would be the big issue, but that's what I'm gonna... That's why I'm doing the process so slowly. Alright, we'll do 2 just in case here. Alright, I gotta make sure you guys can actually see what I'm doing here. I'm not using my camera today either. I'm using... Oh, shit, did I go too far? I did. Sorry. I don't usually use acrylics. I just didn't want to paint my nails for real because I'm gonna need them off. For some stuff that I'm going to be doing later. So I'm trying these out tonight to see how they do. They're temporary nails. Okay, let's give this a shot here. Well, it's definitely pigmented, goodness. Oh, this is gonna take a lot of paint. Frick. Okay. Well, luckily it wasn't super expensive. How's that look? I have something between the fabric. You can't see very well. I just used a grocery sack. So the run through shouldn't be too terrible. However, this paint, though very pigmented, does not go very far, which I assume is why it's soaking into the fabric so well. It's not sitting on top of it, it's going through the fabric. Oh, this is gonna take a lot more than I thought it would. Woo! Okay, well... Shit. Oh yeah, I got it under control. I know what I'm doing. I might have to go back to Michael's. That or I could switch to acrylic after. Like just use this for the under part, and then for like the splatter effect use acrylic so it sits on top. Have I done something like this before? Not specifically like this, but that's kind of my thing. I like to try new stuff all the time. And you know, a good 80-90% of the time I make it work. Yeah, this is not going very far, you guys. However, it's not gonna be cheap looking either, and I think it's actually gonna last. So it's looking like this fabric paint really soaks into the fabric, which is nice because it means that it's basically dyeing it. So when you wash it, it's not gonna fade so badly. However, for the layering effects I want to do, I think I'm gonna have to get a different kind of paint. For the top parts. Since the dye is soaking into the fabric, it'll last longer. Yes, it will, for sure. I think it is 100% cotton. It definitely is light. If it's a blend at all, it's not acrylic. I think, you know, if I get, maybe not an acrylic, but like a multi-surface paint, a multi-surface craft paint, that should be able to sit on top of this without it peeling like acrylic might. I'll actually go into the craft store and look around and see if I can find some other paints to do the checkerboard pattern and the splatter. The splatter might still work with this because I want to keep it the same color, but the checkerboard pattern is not going to work with this type of paint when I add the black. Good lord. I'm glad it's only a little bit of this. Jesus. We're back to more pink. Okay, hold on. Oh, shit. Alright, I think I'm gonna have to do this in stages. Because I'm not gonna want to move this yet until this is dry. So the blue's gonna have to wait a few minutes. Which is fine. Because I need to wash out this foam brush anyway. I don't believe how little this goes. Okay. Am I still in frame? Okay. We're almost done with this quarter. We'll let it dry, and then hopefully it dries fast enough I can just shift over and do the blue next, or I can just turn the if it dries really fast, I can just flip it over and do the back half. Oh, that is pink. All right. Okay, I gotta take my headphones off. Hold on. Yeah, I think it only needs one coat. I mean, that's really pigmented for one coat. And it's not too splotchy, but the splotchiness kind of works with the design anyway, so it's not going to be an issue. Yeah. Okay, so that's easy. Let me move this very carefully to the floor where it's going to dry. Okay. Cool. Moving on. Shit. I'm gonna cut that. There it is. Alright, so I can kind of show you what I've done so far with the jacket as well. Alright. So, hold on, we're gonna use this again to help prop it up a little bit. Sparkly. Yep, the plain looks great, and that's one of them that I don't have as many small ones of this gold. Yeah, it looks great. And then I played with the sleeves a little bit. And I think I'm gonna do outlines on the sleeves too, of everything. Because I really like how that looks as well. It's gonna look cool. Like, it's sparkly, but it's not overwhelming, you know? Just the outline. So, on the back, it's got the same. So I want to make sure I have enough of the smaller stones for the Hope World and the airplane, and then I can just kind of go ape shit and I won't have to plan it so much. Actually, I did most of that yesterday. Yeah, because I went to bed pretty much right after you got off. I finished World. So I did Hope, I did the plane, and I did all of that sleeve. Wherever that went. Yeah, all this on the sleeve. Yes. Yeah, it goes really quick, actually. Especially the bigger beads like this. And especially since I'm just doing outlining, once I kind of got the hang of it. So, the lettering is the only one that's more concentrated. So it took longer. So I'm not concerned at all about time with this. I think it's gonna go a lot faster than we think. So, we are gonna focus on Hope and World and the orange part of the airplane tonight. And we'll see how much we can get done. Yeah, no, they're totally secure. The only ones that aren't are these. But these came from a different, like, manufacturer, and it had a different glue. So I think that glue is working as well. But everything else, I mean, you've seen me fucking around with it. I haven't lost one of these gemstones yet. They're very secure. Yeah, this fucking glue, this B7000, this shit'll last forever. So yeah, it's working out really well. I think it's gonna look really cool. So we are set to do shit. I just gotta move some stuff around and find my green. Here's my green. And get them lined up and set up. And also remember how small, yeah, these are all very small. Okay. My goal is to not get any of these gemstones under my nails. Also, I'm going to paint my nails for real when we do that typing game because I can't type with these. These are very long. I'm going to have to trim them up for work tomorrow just to see if I can. Alright, where's all my shit? Perfect. And I'm still on the first bottle of glue. I'm like... there? So almost halfway? Oh, sorry, I'm out of camera. Right there. So yeah, this... I'm definitely getting my money's worth on this stuff, and this stuff was not expensive to begin with. It was like $4.99 on Amazon for each one of these. I mean, to be fair, you kind of have to do all the hard work yourself, but... I did not expect the gems to look this uniform, to be this well organized, or for this glue to work so well. A little bit goes a long way. So the gemstones I got off Amazon just because I needed them soon, and I needed specific colors, and I know I could get stuff in bulk easier, so I've got green, blue, silver, and gold. And then I've got some random other colors that I got like in the sale area of Michael's. That I'll probably just put in other parts, and that it should work out just fine. But yeah, these are just Amazon, and they have, what is that, 12 different sizes, and it came with glue, it came with tweezers, it also came with a white pencil for if you're putting them on something black, so you can mark out where they go. Definitely worth the money, because there's a fuck ton of them. And this glue bottle is my new favorite bottle, because the cap has a little pin in it, so the glue doesn't get dried. It's actually pretty fantastic. I feel like Vanna White showing everything off. I definitely need more light in here, though. And I was 100% just watching movies, and movie reaction stuff, earlier today, or yesterday, sorry, yesterday when I was working and doing this at the same time. Not an easy feat. Practicing for my hand model. Dude, my hands are so small. I'm not gonna have a hand modeling career. But you're funny and sweet. Sorry, I'm gonna have to go fill that up with water halfway through the stream. I am so dehydrated right now. Am I taller than Sis Andromeda? Sadly, no. Nope, she is, she's got, like, 1 or 2 inches on me. So she's also short, but it isn't as noticeable, especially if she wears heels. She only looks a little short. I look very short. However, I do have sneaker heels I'll be wearing with this, so it won't be too bad, I hope. Chill music today, too. Like, as much as I love listening to BTS, every now and then I just need some lo-fi to chill myself out. I don't know what I'm gonna do, not streaming for like 5 days, you guys. I will admit, I did spend a good portion of time today at the dentist just Googling if there was a way for me to stream while I'm driving. Without killing my data, but also without doxing myself. It's my last time. I just had a couple more fillings, and since I'm going to the concert next week, I wanted to get it done right away, so I convinced them to let me come back just a week later. So, I'm good now. Everything's good. I won't have to go back there again. Probably about 2 weeks. I should have a night guard ready. But then I don't have to go back till July, so... Am I getting I'm not numb anymore, no, thank God. I'm a little achy. I might end up taking some Motrin here in a little bit. But yeah, no, I'm not numb anymore. A 3D printed night guard? I don't know. But like, man, I realized how behind the times I am. Even at this dentist, who is a very old school dentist, but when I was getting fitted for the night guard, I 100% assumed I would be subjected to the same method of molding your teeth that they do when they make a retainer, which I don't know if anyone here had ever done that. I don't want to say back in the day, because it wasn't, I guess, that far back in the day, but it was like that putty stuff that goes inside the little slide that you bite down on, and it kind of feels like it's creeping up the back of your throat, like it's choking you. It's terrible. Yeah, they don't do that anymore. They scan your teeth. Because, you know, technology. I was like, oh God, how long has it actually been since I went to the dentist? So yeah, I don't think it's 3D printed, no. My insurance covers most of it, though. Which is nice, as long as it's coded correctly. "3D printed night guard would require them to scan your mouth with a wand." Okay, then I guess, yeah, it is, because that's exactly what they used, was a wand to scan my teeth. So I guess it is? Please do not want to flip over. Damn it. Get stuck on my nails. You got a top-notch fit with a 3D printed one. Worth every penny. Good. That's awesome. Yeah, she really took her time getting the scan for the top one, which is the one I'll get for my night guard. I'm actually kind of excited about my night guard, which is so sad. We're We're talking about insurance and night guards for our teeth. This is definitely an adult stream. I don't know if I necessarily grind my teeth at night, but I like clench my jaw. So sometimes I'll wake up and either my jaw hurts or my head hurts just from clenching my teeth at night. So I'm hoping the night guard will definitely help. Dental care is super important. Yes, it is. It's something I preach to all my younger family members. It pays off in the long run. Yep. And it's so hard when you're young, too, to, like, realize that something as slow moving as, you know, brushing your teeth twice a day, it's really easy to fall off that wagon and do, like, irreparable damage that you can't really fix until it's too late. Do I own an electric toothbrush if I don't go out and buy one ASAP? I don't, but I can. I'm one of those people that changes out my toothbrush like once a month. Like every month on the 1st I switch out a bunch of different things, and my toothbrush is always one of them. I don't need any more of these. Ah! They're stuck to me. Hold on. It's raining gemstones. They're a game changer. I believe it. I guess you just buy new, like, head replacements when you need to switch them out. Not only do they clean better, but you will feel the difference. I didn't believe it until I used it. Well, you haven't steered me wrong so far, so next time I go shopping, which I actually do have to go to Target probably tomorrow, I'll take a look around and get one. I'm also due for a new toothbrush, so... Shit, did I? Yeah. No! There we go. Yes, you can buy a bunch of heads at once. They rip you off on the heads, but it's still worth it. There. Oral B. Got it. That's easy to remember. Sorry, I know I'm still sniffly. These freaking allergies. I need to just invest in something better than my over-the-counter allergy meds. Actually get like Allegra or something. Sniff ASMR. Should put that as one of my tags. No, fucking A. So moving the gemstones to the mouse pad has actually been making my life a lot easier as far as picking them up and flipping them over, but for some reason, now that I have these nails on, it doesn't want to cooperate with me. Yeah, these letters really do take the most time. Like, I was flying through everything else earlier. I mean, you saw how much I got done yesterday. I guess I'm glad I gave myself 2 days to do gemstones for the t-shirt. Because I'm probably going to do the same treatment. Like I said, I don't want them to be too overwhelming. Zooming. Like portal zooming, yeah. I'm actually really excited to do Portal 2 here at some point, too. Because that was fun. I am actually enjoying doing games. Even though I'm terrible at them. I think I'll just make Saturday / Sunday my gaming nights from here on out. It's not like I'm gonna run out of games going that slow. I definitely won't play anything without you guys. No, you don't belong. Be gone. You guarantee I'll like all 4 of those games? I 100% believe you. Just reading the synopsis and what little I saw of the trailers, they all look like right up my alley. So stoked. If you can find a cozy, like, museum building game, then you'll have won my favor forever. I was binge watching Jurassic Park stuff yesterday. Just for the fun of it. Museums? Yeah, okay. I am a dork. I love museums. Very specifically, I love paleontology. And I do also like archaeology, as long as it's some of the more ancient civilizations, but, yeah, no, I was thinking about it, because when I was downloading the Zoo Tycoon stuff, I saw a bunch of other different tycoons. There was, like, Mall Tycoon, and Airport Tycoon, and, of course, Roller Coaster Tycoon, and I was just like, is there a museum one? 2 Point Museum. Hold on, where's Steam? Where'd it go? Oh, fuck. I hit the button. Sorry. Sorry. Hold on. This damn cord. Where are you? Two-Point Museum. Holy shit. Are you kidding me? Wow. Well. Okay then. It is not on sale. That will be something else later. Came out on March 4th. Holy shit. So that's like new. Well then. Where's my cart? There it is. Well, I'll definitely end up doing that at some point. I'll just have to wait for it to be on sale. I'll have way too much fun with that. We will do a Zoo Tycoon night at some point, too. If only so I can do a mythical animal zoo. Which is fun, but also really hard. Because they're not real animals. And therefore, some of them you can't actually make happy. Like, I think I always remembered the mermaids were a pain in the ass because they want to have all these different types of creatures in the same tank. But if you put all the same creatures in the same tank, then they aren't happy. Because the dolphins don't want to be in the same tank as the sea turtles and all those other creatures. So the tank is always going to give you, like, an unhappiness rating. And the yetis are always... It's never... The mountains or the terrain's never high enough for the yetis. Little tidbits of information that is just stored away in my mind from years and years ago. Unicorns are easy, though. Childhood trauma. I don't know, is it... I'm not sure I would put that under childhood trauma. There's definitely video game related childhood trauma. I'd put the egg thief from Spyro. Moneybags from Spyro. The entire game of Ape Escape. Specifically this one level with water. And, oh god, there's a level of Crash Bandicoot in the third one that always fucks me over. I don't remember which one it is, though. I definitely have childhood-related trauma from video games, but... having... The mermaids being a pain in the ass, it probably isn't on that list. Ready for dad jokes? Always! I'm always ready for dad jokes. You kidding me? What do you call a cult that is hard to get into? Come on, why are these all... Okay. Difficult. Oh, man. I feel like I should have known that one. I was trying to think of something limited edition. I know this one. Why was 6 afraid of 7? My little brother loved this one. Because 7, 8, 9. If you have a different answer, I'm really excited to hear what it is. A different one. Please, 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 tell me. Because 7 is a registered sex offender. That one's actually very good. Oh, I've got a joke for you, actually, that was in the first Jurassic Park movie. Because I was watching the scene and the kid told the joke and I immediately thought of you. Depending how long ago you saw Jurassic Park, you probably know it. Man, I'm going through these bigger green ones really quickly. I saw the first one, but I hella don't remember much about it besides the shaving cream and Nedley. Yeah. Alright. Alright, you ready? What do you call a blind dinosaur? Do you think he saw us? Do you think he saw us? I guess I actually have to do the accent to make it work. Yeah. The follow-up one was even worse. What do you call a blind dinosaur's dog? Do you think he saw us, Rex? He was relieving the tension of the moment. Can't blame a kid. The kid was actually super funny. I forgot how funny he was. Yeah, me too. That's kind of the point. I do love that movie. The practical effects still get me every time. Yes, yeah. And there were some good ones in that one too. Oh, shit. Oh. No, we're good. I thought I went too far with the big ones. I did not. We are good. Except I'm getting glue on these tweezers. The first is aged well. Oh my god, yes. It's good. Like, even the CGI that is in it is pretty damn good for the time. Mostly they use it for the Brontosaurus and the wider shots for the T-Rex, but you can totally tell what's practical, and man, those effects are so cool. The Triceratops is still the best to me. Mostly because Triceratops are probably my favorite dinosaur, but it's just so cool. And I know from some interview at some point a long time ago, one of the first scenes they ever filmed is the one where they see the sick Triceratops in the field. And that was the first time a lot of the actors, especially the kids, had seen any of the practical effects. So a lot of the reactions were pretty genuine. Which I think is really cool. I'm kind of a movie nerd. I can talk behind the scenes shit forever on a lot of different movies. And what else is pretty cool is, and this was totally unintentional, is that the movie is aged well, even with what we now know about dinosaurs, like specifically different behavioral patterns and their skin texture and feathers and stuff, because in the movie and in the books, the animal's DNA sequence is incomplete just because it's so old, and they fill in the gaps with frog DNA. So one could even say that the reason that the dinosaurs look the way they do and not the correct way is because of the changes in their genealogy and DNA that the scientists did to create the clones themselves, which I think is a pretty cool accident. I know a lot about Lord of the Rings. I know more about the behind the scenes of the movies, I would say, than like the actual books themselves. Because, I mean, the extended editions of the Lord of the Rings have dozens of hours of special features, and I'm sure I've watched them all. because I mean they went all out for that movie, you know. They created whole workshops completely dedicated to making the weapons and the swords, because those are real. Those aren't props. Same with the chainmail and the costumes. Obviously, they grew Hobbiton. They bought someone's farm and grew it, and even their models were pretty cool. And there was one other thing I was going to say about that. Oh, just the fact that they had the foresight to film all 3 movies back to back to back, and then take their time in post-production for the rest, because then the actors don't look like they age, even though the movies themselves were released over the span of, you know, like 7 or 8 years. I mean, that's talk about a commitment. Yeah. We know nothing about how well this is going to do. However, I want you to move to New Zealand for 13 months and film this movie. Braveheart is pretty damn good. However, I would say The Lord of the Rings is the best trilogy out there, where all of the movies stack up. Because, like, I can always find nitpicky things for, like, the Matrix trilogy and... Oh, what was another trilogy? I was just thinking about it. Even though The Matrix itself is probably an almost perfect movie. Yeah, Star Wars is pretty close. However, you can still find nitpicky things about episodes 4, 5, and 6. Yeah, I'd probably put Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, and The Matrix up there as the best of the trilogies. For sure. I'm due for a rewatch of Star Wars, too. That's a whole other type of commitment, though. Matrix 1 was truly amazing and groundbreaking, yep. Yeah, I'm feeling that, too. Like, there's parts that I enjoy with the second one, and I feel like the third one was needed just to complete the story, but they definitely didn't match up in the same way that the Star Wars movies or the Lord of the Rings movies matched each other. The chase scene, yes. That one's definitely one of my favorites. You know what? Ironically, looking back and thinking about it too, Empire Strikes Back and The Two Towers were also my favorite of each trilogy. The second one was my the second installments were my favorites. Just a weird observation that came across my mind. Okay. Last gemstone on the H. Hydration break. Game of Thrones, yes. Dexter, yes. Breaking Bad, I'm sorry to say, I did not get very far in. I can't even really tell you why, because I know it's good. I know it's good. I think when I first watched it, it was because it had been so hyped up, and I hadn't really known what the story was about. And after watching a few episodes, I realized that they were going to be following the storyline archetype of a Greek tragedy. And I think that made whoever I was watching it with really mad. all three Aliens. I have also watched all of the Predators, all the additionals, the Alien versus Predators. I've watched the Prometheus. The only one I haven't watched is the newest one. That the name escapes me. For Alien, I know the newest Predator was the Prey one, which was took place in early America with Native Americans. Which, by the way, the OG native language is so much cooler than the dubs. Well, they're not even dubs. They filmed it in English because they didn't think anyone would watch it if it was all in a Native American language. Prometheus grew on me a little bit. It took some time. I think the only reason I was slightly endeared with Prometheus was honestly because Michael Fassbender's android character was obsessed with T.H. Lawrence from Lawrence of Arabia. And Lawrence of Arabia is one of my favorite movies. So I thought I was a little biased. It won my heart on that. Oh, Aliens is fan-fucking-tastic. Ugh. Yeah. For talking about sequels, Aliens 2 is up there. We haven't even gotten into kid movie sequels. I think Shrek 2 can't beat anything, but yeah, no, Aliens is so good. However, every time I see Bill Paxton in a movie now, I get sad. Aliens 2 was definitely better than the first one, even though the first one was so good in its own right. Come on. There it goes. Damn it. These fucking tiny ass gemstones. I still have not found a just blank tray for sale that I can shake and get the gemstones to line up correctly. I'm gonna run out of these big ones. Which was kinda my whole worry and why we're doing this now. Alright, let's get them all out. Okay. First one's empty. Did you watch stupid humor stuff like Robot Chicken or Adult Swim cartoons? Some here and there. Stupid humor isn't always to my taste. Like we've talked about South Park before here on the channel, and for a long time I could not stand South Park. I had to watch the right episodes to kind of get it. Now I love South Park, or at least a lot of the older South Parks. But I've seen there's some like adult crap. I squeezed too hard and it flew somewhere. Damn it. There's some more adult comedy shows that I do like. Specifically from Adult Swim, I can think of the Boondocks and you know, everyone goes through the different Seth MacFarlane shows. I prefer American Dad over Family Guy. And then my family's big into Bob's Burgers. We can watch Bob's Burgers forever. Oh no, I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure it'll be fine. Just because I wasn't always into Robot Chicken doesn't mean I won't get it. Especially if it's a game. Man, I haven't watched the Boondocks in forever. However, I do repost the same gif of Riley every single Christmas. Dear Santa, you're a bitch ass hoe. I do always have the... Man, those shows have the best holiday stuff. We always watch Bob's Burgers for Thanksgiving, and we have to watch South Park for Christmas. Between Woodland Critter Christmas and Mr. Hanky. No, Simpsons, honestly, that one wasn't like a conscious choice. I think I just like was watching something else at the time that The Simpsons was on. Because I like the episodes that I've seen of The Simpsons, I like. But I haven't actually committed myself to a sit down and binge of The Simpsons. I was probably on Cartoon Network at the time when The Simpsons were on. Because when The Simpsons were big, that's when Cartoon Network was doing its thing. I'd probably rather watch Dexter's Laboratory than The Simpsons. Family Guy, yes. Futurama, yes. Yes, yes to all those. So yeah, see? I do like some. I'm better with cartoons, too. It's honestly the live-action ones that are a little harder for me, just because I get secondhand embarrassment. Like, one show that I love to watch, but I legit cannot watch more than one episode at a time, is It's Always Sunny. I can't. I can't get past one episode. Even though I love it when I'm watching it. I have like a visceral reaction. If you like Family Guy, then you like stupid humor. It really does. Oh my gosh, that's like did you ever see the South Park episodes that were the band episodes that were about I think it was showing the Prophet Muhammad, but it was talking about the behind the scenes stuff for Family Guy, and it was like dolphins or something picking floating like beach balls out of a fish tank, and that's how they glue their jokes together. You think that's bad? What about the time I blank and blank? And then it does a cutscene. Sheer stupid. There's some great episodes though. I'm trying to think of like later episodes that were some of my favorites. I loved the I say later, but they're probably still years old just because it's been so long since I watched Family Guy. I really got into American Dad for a while, and I was binging that a bunch. Um, but what was it? The channel, almost like a channel surfing episode, where they go to different dimensions. So I just think of the Disney animated one. The Cookie Monster scene, yeah, for sure. No, I think I liked the characters more in American Dad just because Roger the alien's pure fucking gold. And if I remember right, oh my god, let me Google this to make sure that I'm not about to misquote this, but I think uh, the dad who works for the CIA. Um, yes, I am right. Holy crap. Patrick Stewart plays the head of the CIA who's the dad's boss. In my mind I knew it was him, but I didn't want to misquote myself. There's such like archetypal characters that they crack me up. I think it's also just because I have a lot of Republican family members, so it makes me laugh. Uh-oh. Since I'm from outer space, I gotta find politics entertaining. I do. I do find it entertaining. I definitely can't have any kind of debate about it. Because my viewpoints don't match anything. But it is entertaining to watch squabbles. On occasion. Like, actually, did humans hit rock bottom yet? Nah, there's still more to go. They gotta hit sublayer first. That went slightly off kilter, but I can talk about TV shows and movies all day. And science, which sometimes gets segued into movies and TV, depending. Oops. Scoot. Scoot. This glue dries so fast. Since there's only 2 out, yeah. That's typically how it goes. But lucky me, I abandoned Facebook in the summer of 2020 and I haven't gone back, so I don't have to actually view anybody's points of view on a regular basis. And I don't live close enough I have to listen to it at family dinners, so I live in blissful ignorance. And I am perfectly fine with that. I have enough going on over here. And, you know, royal duties, so. It depends. Normally I don't have to. So, since I work remotely, a good portion of my work isn't actually based on a certain time frame. It's based on how many hours I work. And I'm required to work a certain number of hours a week. So if I don't make it Monday through Friday because of, you know, X, Y, or Z, usually dentist appointments lately, but other reasons as well, then I will end up working on the weekends to hit my quota. It is pretty convenient. It's very nice, because I've definitely worked remotely where it was a specific time frame. And the only thing that's nice about that is that I get paid no matter how much work I do, if it's a specific time frame. With what I do now, everything's kind of like submitted by like a task basis. So if they see like my ratio that says, you know, I worked 6.5 hours yesterday, but I only completed, you know, 10 things, then I'll get a sternly worded email from my project manager that's like, what the hell are you doing? Being a princess got convenient. Yeah, for sure, for sure. The nice thing too is I didn't have to take off work for this trip next week either, because since I work remotely, I can work wherever as long as I got my laptop. So if I'm gonna try and kind of crunch in a good number of hours Monday and Tuesday, but then I can just work an hour or so here and there throughout the trip and still make my hours for the week without having to request off. Which is super convenient. I'm very happy about it. Because after the flu and we actually had COVID at our place over January, I don't really have any more sick days or vacation leave right now. Can you just, like, work 12 hours Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday and be done for the week? Technically, yeah, I could, except Wednesday I'm leaving home about noon. Also, I'm streaming Monday and Tuesday, so I don't think I can actually work 12 hours straight there. But I am gonna try and work a heavier workload Monday and Tuesday, and then I'll work Wednesday morning before I leave. And then I should have some time Friday and Saturday to finish up the rest of my quota. Because Thursday's the concert, and Sunday I have to drive home. Plus my hours are due at the end on Sundays, so. I just want 4 10-hour days instead of 5 8-hours. Yeah. Yeah. I can definitely see that being a much better advantage. And I know a lot of people do a lot better on a 4-hour work week. Here's my question to you. Would you rather have a Monday off or a Friday off? Because I have worked a 4-day work week before, and I know it works for me. But I'm just curious. Monday, only because things are usually slower on Monday. Yeah, exactly. That's what I've done before too. Mondays are perfect. And Fridays are typically not as heavy with workloads anyway. At least for like office jobs. Because when I worked at the movie theater, Friday was your busy day. Friday and Saturday were nuts. But yeah, Monday is definitely the better day to have off, in my opinion, as well. You don't belong there. Okay, these need to flip over. Fuck. Oh no, where'd it go? I lost it in the pile. These are bigger gemstones. Damn it. Oh, there it is. Come here, Bubby. I'm gonna have to pick like lectures or something to do during this time. Because I definitely have topics I can talk about forever. And I know this week is a little different for a lot of people. I actually miss drawing right now. Did you work on the Andromeda novel? I kind of did, actually. I was doing research bits yesterday. I had an idea that was deals with chemical components in faking authenticity testing when you forge paintings. That was just an idea I had, but I didn't know if it was actually like plausible, even with like the book version of Movie Magic. So I was doing some research, and I think I'm gonna have to actually like email an old college professor or something to be like, hypothetically, not for any like criminal reason, but for a fictional reason, if I want to do this and this and this, can this actually be tested this way? And if I use these now insanely outdated ingredients for paints, can the painting still be baked to fake its age? Anything's possible. I like to make it more realistic, at least when it comes to stuff like that, because it kind of feels like a challenge. And then if it doesn't work or it has to be slightly altered, it actually helps propel the story in a different direction that gives it a little bit more depth. And I can usually, I'm pretty skilled at making situations work story-wise, so I come up with ideas that I wouldn't have come up with on my own if it wasn't for this problem I needed to solve, you know? So sometimes the research helps me with plot points I didn't know I had. Ooh, or even better, and I love doing this, if I ever come up with like a plot twist, but I don't come up with it until I'm like halfway through writing the scene, so I didn't plot it when I was writing the outline, those are the best, because I didn't think of it when I was writing the beginning part of the story, so there's no foreshadowing to give it away. So it not only will stump the reader, because they couldn't predict it either, but I can usually end up finding a good way to tie them back together, so by the end of the book it looks like it was all supposed to be the same. Why did it... Sorry, my model changed. There we go. Tips of the trade. Oh, come on. I 100% use my teeth for that. I kind of like where the camera is right now. You can actually see all the gemstones I'm working with. Because Except for these. Ignore those. Those are too big. Those are for other parts. Okay. End of 2025? No. Maybe the first draft. No, I've got a lot of other things that need to happen with this novel that will be required before it can even be submitted to like a publishing agent. Specifically, I need certain experts for beta reading. Just for like authenticity and sensitivity in some places, because I've got definitely a worldly cast that I do not belong to. So we've got a bit of a hill above us, but I could probably say the first draft could be done by the end of 2025, yes. I'm pretty close to the halfway point with it anyway. The only thing really stopping me is research for this point. And if I was smart, I would skip it and write the next few parts, but I'm afraid I'm going to come across some stuff in research that's going to change the plot a little too drastically for me to get to some of the action-y parts. Like the actual theft. So I'm trying to do the research first. You're clipping this to be used as leverage? Well, as long as you clipped the first draft, that means it is in no way, shape, or form ready for publication. It's probably not even really meant for public eyes. But it will be at least a story from beginning to end with no sections in between that says write scene here. Because I definitely know that there are some authors who do that. Their first draft is basically what I consider an outline. Where they're like, I don't know what the ending is, but the two characters have a heartfelt moment and they somehow escape sudden death. I'm like, that's not a draft. Don't do that. However, it is nice to know that there are some professional authors that do actually do that. And send it to their publishing agents and still get advances from publishing houses. There's hope. I'm a professional. I try to be a professional. I try to be professional. Sorry, I know I'm sliding out of focus. Hold on. Ah! There we go. Better. I told you it was too short. That's the only thing wrong with that song. Is it's too short. But I mentioned it last time. I don't know if you heard me, but that particular album that's from is actually just a mixtape. It was before they all got the go-aheads to start doing albums and solo projects. Because there's so many rules for idol groups. Like, you will never hear a curse word in a BTS song, no matter how underground it might sound. But the solo projects aren't covered under the same contracts. That's just Korean music industry is actually kind of fascinating to learn about. That's ironically how I hooked my sister, despite the fact that she also loves just rap and hip hop. So it really good. I got other workout songs I could give you. That would be kind of in that same ballpark. That are really fucking good. But yeah, no, the Korean music industry is insane to learn about. And my sister has a degree in music business, so that was kind of fun to lure her in with that. Yeah, it's kind of a long story. I think I can actually explain it without having to be too vague. So she's got a degree in music business, and she's also got a degree. She double majored in business administration. Okay, which is math based. And out of school, she actually got hired by an accounting firm that specifically works with like musicians and celebrities. That was kind of close to Nashville. And when you're a business admin, you do have to take some accounting courses, but she didn't really know the accounting part. And they're like, "Oh no, that's okay. We'll teach you the accounting part. What we want you for is the music business part," because that was a different type of expertise to know and understand, right? And she did that for a few years, and it was kind of stressful, and she ended up hating it. So she went back home, and she ended up getting a teaching degree, because my mom's a teacher too. And since she has a degree in business administration, that's considered a profession related to math. So, with a teaching degree, once you get certified, not a degree, but a teaching certification, she would be eligible to teach math. So that's how that worked. And now she teaches math. And she still, she doesn't love her job, but she definitely doesn't hate it like she did working at the accounting firm. So I'm happy that she found a niche somewhere that she was able to cultivate for her own. Plus, I mean, she's got a double major, so. Well, we always need teachers, and the state that she lives in, or at least the county that she lives in, the teachers actually make decent money. It's not like it is in other parts of the country. Like, she makes more than I do. I don't make a lot, but you know, it's still nothing to sniff at for a teaching salary. You know what? I'm only a professional author if I'm selling books, which I'm not. So yes, right now she is making more than me. I have no books to sell. However, I am kind of hoping that once I really start drawing and I kind of get a good handle on it, maybe commissions might be in my future. Because, yeah, I was doing research today a bit for my next Vtuber drawing. And the one after that I picked out myself this time, but it's from my list. Because it just so happened he was streaming when I turned on my computer earlier. And I've caught him in collabs, but I haven't actually caught a solo stream yet. And he was actually talking about content creation, which was super cool for me to listen to him do his TED Talk about. I definitely got acknowledged and praised on Twitter. He hasn't streamed yet since I finished it. So, not yet. He actually was, his schedule this week's kind of messed up. He's streaming tomorrow and Friday and Saturday, I think, but he's been off the last few days. He streams 4 times a week. Usually. This one's 3 times a week. He's got some pre-debut prep going on. Because he's got a 3D model with, like, all the fixings. Please don't. You're super sweet, and trust me, he does know how long it took me. I actually posted a time lapse on Twitter of the coloring, and I'm probably gonna edit together a time lapse with the sketches and the outlining too, and that might end up being one of my first videos on YouTube. But no, he knows he's just hella busy. He's got the 3D model debuts coming up. It's kind of half the reason that I guess I picked him first. One is just because I know his model from watching him, but he's been working hella hard lately. I mean, 3D models are, with the full rig, like the full, like, the sensors that go, like, on multiple different parts of your body, it's a lot of setup. I've seen some YouTube videos of people getting that stuff set up, and it's really cool when it happens, but I can't imagine how long it takes to get there. Speaking of, I won't be able to really get started on anything until after my concert, so it'll be April. But I'm trying to figure out what we're going to start working on next when I get back. Because we're still going to do games, and I'm still going to do fan art, but I've been working on different assets for the channel. And I probably will do custom alerts here pretty soon. But what I'm trying to decide right now is if I want to draw new PNG models, now that I'm able to do stuff a little bit more smoothly, and test out a different PNG program that allows more options. Or should I solely focus on creating the asset edits for the 2D Suika model that was donated to me and get her up and running? That way we have a 2D facial tracking option as well. Because I could go either way. But whichever way I go, I need to, like, commit to it for a good week or two. Yeah, same. Like, at this point, I might as well flip a coin. Because, like, if I go the PNG route, I know it's going to take me a couple of weeks to make new models and figure out the new program and get those assets figured out. And if I do the Suika model, then it's mostly going to be a lot of drawing, because I need to mostly get my accessories and clothing figured out, because I finally got the hair matching pretty closely. And she actually just sent out an update where I can change different parts of the eye colors, which has been an issue I was trying to fix, because if you look closely at my model eyes, my pupil is actually white, kind of like my star earrings. And no matter what I did, I couldn't change the color of the eye, of the pupil. But she just came out with an add-on or an update that allows that, so I gotta get that in. And once it's all done, then all I have to do is figure out the equipment. And I kind of have that figured out already. I have an old iPhone that's not, like, connected to my phone number or anything, but it can connect to the Wi-Fi. And I could probably use that for facial recognition. I can even, like, hardwire it with a connection cable to my PC. I just gotta do it. Yeah, that was kind of my thought. I thought that would work out great, because then that frees up my iPad for drawing. I'm gonna have to really rearrange this desk a little bit, though, to fit the stand the iPhone will have to go on. I'm gonna need more light in here. Probably gonna have to replace this mic soon. So it's gonna be a lot of work either way, but it'll turn up really cool when we're done. So yeah, I'll decide kind of when I'm on my trip and I've got, 15 hours in the car to think about it. And when I get back, I'll have a trajectory to get started on, and we'll do that, and we'll get back to VTuber fan art, and we'll test out these games and get ourselves back on track. Because I do miss drawing. I was looking up reference picture poses for the next one I'm doing that I can't really start yet. Wish I could stay, but gotta head out. Thanks for streaming art and yapping with me. Super looking forward for Saturday. Me too. It's gonna be a great one. You think I'm gonna scream? We'll see. If I scream, I'll probably curse a lot too. But it'll be fun. And I'll make sure I am drinking lightly. Very much so. But thank you for hanging out with me too. I had a lot of fun talking with you. You always give the greatest feedback, for sure. But you have a good night and a good rest of your week at work. And I will see you Saturday night. Have a good rest of your night. I don't know why I'm so fucking dehydrated right now. There's probably less than 5 scares total, so it's not so bad. Okay, well. Yeah, that's not too bad. I can handle that. But I do like horror anyway, so I'm not super concerned. I am very excited though. And yeah, I'll go ahead and I'll get that bought before midnight tonight, here in the next few minutes. I'm gonna need a break after I finish this letter. Because now that I can smell again, these fumes are definitely nothing to joke about. However, this glue is amazing. I'm gonna have to check that t-shirt too. See if it's dry yet. It should be. It's been almost 2 hours. Fuck. I'm stuck. There it goes. Perfect. I keep thinking I want to change the music too, but I am actually vibing with the lo-fi right now. One day I will play music and sing for you. Hopefully on a day that I don't feel like the dried out SpongeBob meme. Oh, fuck. Sorry. I shifted this and I moved it and I could hear the gemstones going along the edge of my desk. We don't need that right now. Try not to freak out about how long these letters are actually taking me. So like I said, I flew through stuff yesterday. I guess the letters are more time consuming. I was definitely like thinking about logistics the other day. Or not the other day. Like, not so long ago. Trying to figure out if there's a way I can stream while I'm driving. Like, obviously I wouldn't be able to talk to chat, but... Because, you know, eyes on the road. It was just a thought. It's gonna be weird to have 5 days of just no real obligations except work every now and then. Sorry, I ran out of steam. I seriously feel so dehydrated, I don't understand. I guess we do have a new, like, air system going right now. We're trying to get the smoke smell out of the place from the grease fire the other day. Maybe that's what's making it so dry. I feel like I'm doing surgery whenever I do this. There we go. This jacket's gonna look so fucking dope when I'm done. Okay. Alright, pardon me for 5 seconds. I'm gonna check on this shirt, see how it's doing drying wise. The answer is it's not. Well, fuck. Alright, I'm gonna have to rethink that timeline then. Ugh. And I'm definitely gonna have to use different paint for the black and everything. Maybe if I just do it in 8-hour stints, I can get it done and ready for the checker pattern by tomorrow night and still stay on schedule. Like, I'm still so convinced it's gonna look so good. Which I get kind of sounds like false confidence, but when it comes to projects like this, I usually get it worked out. Fuck me. Okay. There we go. Trying to make it so you guys can see a little bit better. I'm not at the best angle here. I will say doing this this project has definitely made me realize why the gemstone, like the paint by number things are so popular. Because this is really meditative. I actually enjoy it quite a bit. If they had like a more challenging paint by number, but with gemstones, I'd probably do one. I'm sure they have them out there. Can't imagine what they would cost though. Like, all in all, this was actually a bargain. Because I got the jacket printed through an online site, kind of like Redbubble. And I got it on sale. So it only cost me like $35 for this jacket. And then the gemstones, I've probably spent 20 bucks. So like $50, $60 for the whole thing. But then, you know, putting my own time and effort into it, and I'm making a custom thing that if you tried to order it on Etsy or something, it would definitely be hundreds of bucks. Even if they used a fancy machine. Instead of by hand like me, because I'm insane. In all honesty, I'll probably call it a night when I'm done with this letter. But when I stream again on Saturday to play games, I'll have a lot more done on this, and I'll show it off if I am able. If not, then you'll see it on Sunday. And if everything goes according to plan, my sister's shirt should be mostly done as well. I'll probably just have to do some stuff with the fabric markers, and hopefully they work better than these fabric paints. And we'll just continue doing our crafting streams. But when I get back from my concert, we'll be back to normal. Come on, you bitch. There we go. No! Fuck. Stay. Okay. Welcome to my stream. I'm cursing out these gemstones. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Come on. Flip over, you pieces of shit. Alright. Go. You know, I think I'm losing my concentration because my teeth are starting to hurt again. I might have to call it a night just so I can go get some medication. Not that I have another dentist appointment anytime soon, but note to myself in the future, don't stream after the dentist. It's hard to talk. Okay. I'm gonna stop right there because I do need some medication. Okay. We're gonna call this good right now. It's looking great. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be awesome when it's done. But oof. Oh, I'm also exhausted. Alright. Well, this will be another short stream, which is fine. And I'm gonna be off tomorrow and Friday this week. But then I will be streaming Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. So we will be able to do some fun stuff there. But to those of you still hanging around, thank you for hanging out with me while I do this. I know it's a little different than my normal streams, so I'm hoping it's not boring you. But I'm always free to talk about anything. So next time, if anyone's got specific subjects they want to bring up, I am all yours. So thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I will catch you all on the weekends. Goodbye, everybody.